Hello, Tim here. Welcome to my channel. I've had this saw since 1978. The skill saw has served me well. But the other day I plugged it in, turned it on, and it wouldn't turn off. The switch was bad. So as a safety precaution, I have this lockout tagout thing that I put the plug in, but occasionally I need to cut up some lumber, and this saw was used infrequently and would sit a lot, but it was serviceable and I was happy with it. Anyway, I was at the tool store the other day and this is on sale. This is a Bosch, same power 15 amp, 7¼ inch blade, same size as this. And this one is going to go away. I'm going to set it off down here. And I looked at the possibility of maybe buying a new switch and try to find parts for something that's almost 40 years old. And I'm nostalgic about old tools, and it's probably the last of my old tools. I've had to replace belt sanders and drills and things over the years. But it's the first time I've had to replace a circular saw. So I've not opened this box yet, so let's find out how this thing is packaged and what's inside. It's there's a unique feature in this, in that this is a left-handed saw. So I'll point out the features that the salesman told me about it. What attracted me to this saw was the price, and it was on a special price, special offer. So this is a little over $100 is it out the door with some tax. Okay, so we got, I'm going to open up this back side. We got, let's see if I can push it out. I guess it just slides out like that. I don't have to cut anything, so we'll set that down. Oh, I didn't know it came with a blade. I bought myself a new blade. So, shows that it has a blade there. In the store, there wasn't a blade on it. So, peel that back. So, left-handed, right-handed. So this would tip, this tips this way, this tips the other way. There's a little lever. What's the big deal with that? Most saws have the motor on the left-hand side. This has got the motor on the right-hand side. And for those that are in the construction trade, there's a worm drive motor that where the motor's on the side here, and your handle's back further, and it's left-hand side, so you can actually see your cut a lot better that you're cutting. And that's what sold me on the saw. I thought, I've never had one like this. So this is like a worm drive saw without the worm. So this is the motor's up here, and Skill makes one, but I didn't see DeWalt or any of the other major brands, Makita. They might have something like that. But let's just see what this looks like here. So we got instruction book. This is a Bosch model CS5, I guess they call it. Now, some of the cheaper Bosches I looked at in the store had a plastic base, and I didn't want that. This has got aluminum base. Looks like an onboard wrench here. So I do everything first, and then if I get into a problem, I'll read the instructions. I like to discover things. So that's your depth guide there. Well, so far I like it. And here to retract the guard. Okay, that must lock it out. Yep. So here's the wrench. Unscrew this. I kind of half expected to assemble some stuff more than just put the blade on, but I'm glad I don't. That stays there like that. It includes a blade. So let's see how this blade goes on. Make sure you got the rotation right. Teeth are rotating to cut up like this here. There's the washer, put that on. It's like self-tightening. Okay, put that. I didn't have onboard storage of the wrench on my old saw, and I always had to remember to bring that if I went to a job site and I needed to change the blade out. Sometimes I lost track of it and I had to use something else. It looks like it's got a feature for probably an accessory. I can add a guide rail on here. Normally when I'm sawing something, I just clamp a guide on my workpiece, a piece of plywood or something like that. So I guess the advantage of this is that you get a better sight line of your cut right there rather than looking around the other side. I'm right-handed. Okay, it's plugged in. Let's see what it sounds like. Some of the saws have a feature, especially the battery ones, where that stops quick. This coasts a little bit, just like my old saw did. So I'm going to do a test cut. So I guess I needed to help the guard a little bit, which it got a little hung up there. I'm going to try another cut. Well, it did the job. It's a pretty good cut. I'm not real pleased with the waviness of it, but it might take a little bit of getting used to for me. I'm not a carpenter in the sense that I do framing or anything like that. And this is like it says on here, a framing blade. And it's got little anti-kickback nubs on the back of the tooth there, so it doesn't bind and kick. And other than that, and getting used to being on the other side, I'm pretty happy with the saw. I just got to remember, anytime you set a saw down that's running, just make sure that guard has come back, and don't ever wedge it in. I've seen some guys do that, and if you forget and set it down, it's running. It's a loose cannon. It can cause a lot of damage. But other than just the unique feature of it being left-handed, it's a bigger base, and I think I like it. So that's it for my unboxing video. I was excited to open it up. I'm excited to put it into use, and I don't know what I'm going to do with the old one. Put it in a museum somewhere maybe, so anybody finds those interesting. But thanks for watching, and please give it a thumbs up if you would, and please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.